Alrighty guys, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of our modded survival world. Last episode we worked on the shopping district a little bit. We added a couple of new shops and moved around our existing shops to make things a little bit better for us because we overlooked some major flaws in the beginning there. And in this episode, well, you can see that I'm out here. I'm out on the the western side of our village. And I kind of want to make this bit look nice. I want this bit to fit in with everything. I'd like us to be able to come out here, still feel immersive, still feel nice. All the way to these mountains is kind of what I want. We will work on these mountains separately, but I want to get this area done down here. And I also want to have a brief chat with you guys. So, what I'm planning to do from now on is to sort of limit the amount of time that I spend playing Minecraft. Not because I'm getting bored of it or anything like that, because to be honest, I will spend like an entire day working on one episode, and then there's a lot of other things that I want to do, a lot of other games that I want to let's play, and just other achievement hunting let's plays that I want to do, and there's a lot of different videos I want to do on YouTube, and I tend to get too immersed in Minecraft because I think that a video should have solid content. And you know, the past couple of episodes we've not really achieved too much. I feel like, you know, we kind of spent a little time, and that's because I was preoccupied. I was a bit behind on my Let's Play channel, and I knew I wanted to sort of get those videos recorded, and I've had a bit of a think about it all, and I've decided that the best thing that I could do is literally just set aside X amount of time for Minecraft. So I'm going to set aside 2 hours to do a Minecraft episode in. That'll give me plenty of time to do other stuff, and I want to see just how this works for the foreseeable future. So I think the first thing that I need to do is I need to get rid of all these trees, don't I? Because we can't have these trees. So I'm going to be setting aside about 2 hours to do a Minecraft episode each day. See what we can get done in that one. I think that's plenty of time to give me a chance to do something constructive. Now, like I said, I don't do this full time. Although at the minute I am kind of doing this full time. It's, you know, we've got the situation in the real world, and you know, we're all out of work and stuff like that at the minute. So I've got plenty of time. And I set aside time to do YouTube anyway, so I do have a lot of time, but I kind of want to focus it on the other channels as well. I've been spending a lot more time focused on this channel, sort of like not on the others. But we're almost coming up to a month of daily content pretty much on all 3 channels, which is something that I have not achieved for a long time. And it feels so good to be achieving that. And when I say almost daily content, I did miss one day on one of those videos on one of those channels unintentionally. Basically, I set my video to upload it in the evening, at the night, and I just assumed it had uploaded, but it hadn't uploaded. It had got stuck on a percentage, which is something I'm noticing with the new YouTube editor. It happens quite frequently. The videos just kind of get stuck on a percentage, and then they don't go anywhere. They'll stay like stuck on 47%, and because of that, it didn't get uploaded. But I uploaded it and released it as soon as I noticed the glitch, which was the next day. I think I was a day late on that one. But the important thing is that we still had enough videos to sort of cover that. And I was kind of going back and forth on what I wanted to do. I think I'm going a bit too far out. Yes. No, actually, do I want to go to there? I think I don't, as this bush is kind of big. There's a lot of landscaping that we need to do. I'm not sure like how far I'm going to push this back. Whether I want to go right up to the mountain, or if I just want to come a bit away from the mountain and leave that for blending later, which is something we need to do. I keep putting off the blending. Just because I feel like it'd be a boring episode. Okay, so I'm going to get some more work done on this area. And when I've got something to show you, I'll bring you on back. Welcome on back, folks. And I've got some progress that I want to show you. This is what I've been doing. We've cleared out this... I did not mean to end up in there. We've cleared out this sort of rolling field area here. We've cleared it all the way to over there and all the way to over there. And I want to show you how I've been doing this and what I've been doing in terms of doing this. Because sometimes we had this like big uneven landscape, and we still have some of that uneven landscape over here. But I want to kind of show you what I've been doing to do this and how I work. So if we take a look at the map, you can see I've kind of focused it all in a square or rectangle here, look. And that's what I've done. I've decided I was going to focus on going back to these mountains first. And I was going to work on blending it in with this river. Then blending it in with this mountain. And we'll do up here on a separate video, I think. But I've been doing this for the better part of an hour now, which leaves me about an hour worth of my time left to finish this. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get the wheat fields in that I'd like to have gotten in. I would have really liked to have planted a bunch of wheat here, but I also want to add some scarecrows out here and just some random trees about and stuff like that. And I think that'll be a really good episode in it of itself. Right now, I think it might be a really good idea just to shape the terrain, because we still have a lot to do when it comes to over here. You know, we still got to bring this river, and I've got to decide how I want this river to meet up. We've got this here that's just a bunch of random land and stuff, and I need to blend it in over here, and there's a lot of work to be done. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get most of it done in this episode, but I'd be very, very happy if I could get to up to here done, and then possibly we stretch over and do this hill. That might be the better thing, and work on that in a bit, because over here is actually where I want to put the... Oh no, not over here. Okay. That doesn't want to load that in at the minute. But anyway, over there is where I want to put the tree farm. So it's just going to be a pain. That is going to be a pain. Okay, that's just going to be a pain. And I'll let me load that in. That's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. But yeah, so I think maybe just getting this bit, like spike, done is probably the better idea. Oh, is it going to let me load that in now? No. But yeah, oh god, we're getting a lot of lag all of a sudden. So yeah. Yeah, we're getting a lot of lag. It's not even over doing things. But we're down to 30 FPS. So yeah, what I want to do is I want to figure on shaping it into these. I do want to do some custom mountains, but I don't know on that one. That's a big if, because I don't know how I'm going to blend it in over there. Yeah, we could do it up to here, but I don't know how we're going to blend the sides in over there. Would that be in Jace's kingdom? He might have to do the mountains outside to see what he can do. We have our peaks here. That might be nice, might be fun, but it's going to be a while before I actually get the chance to talk to him. So the mountains will come a little bit later on. For now, I want to get these rolling fields done. Actually, I'm thinking about this. What I might do is I might do the wheat in here now and add the trees in and stuff, and then break this down into different sections. Or do I want to blend it? I think I want to blend it actually first of all. So we've got these rolling fields kind of going over to this hill. That'd be nice. You can see where our footpath is going, and maybe we put the footpath in. I don't know yet. Still working on this, but I still need to bring this back to this area over here, and then I want to blend it into this hill here. So I think that's going to be my first priority. I want to get rid of these trees here as well, and all of this grass. I don't like it on here. I really don't like these mountains here, so I do definitely want to get some custom mountains in there at some point. But for now, I think we just need to have like an end bit. And that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, let me get some more work done, and then I'll be back with you. Welcome on back, folks, and the rolling fields are done, or at least the basic shape of them is done. I've gone ahead and I've put down some fence gates here to show how far back I've done. This is the mountain. I have done this a little bit. I've shaped it just a little bit down here. But we are going to start picking the mountain up at this point, so I'm not going to worry too much about this. This is probably all going to be just encased at some point. It's not really that important. What is important is getting this area done, and it looks really, really nice. When you come out of the gate here, it looks so much better than the mess that we had before. It actually feels like we're coming into a kingdom from out of somewhere. It feels so nice, and we're going to have the mountains peeking up there, which is going to look really cool. I'm really looking forward to getting started on those mountains. It's going to be a long process, those mountains, a really, really tough process. And I'm not looking forward to how long it's going to take, but I'm definitely looking forward to how it's going to look when it's finally done. We've got this like nice view here. I think it's going to look really, really cool. But the next thing that I want to start focusing on is blending it here, and I thought we'd do a little bit of this on camera. So I'm just going to get some dirt, and it's very difficult sometimes to blend areas because, you know, you try to stick to shapes that you know, but sometimes it's just randomness that makes it fit. And then sometimes when you do some things random, it just doesn't work out, and you need to go into it more specifically and more planned. But what I'm doing here is I'm just sort of like blending this curve in where it would naturally be up. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. And again, we're just taking this out, we're just bringing this across. But that doesn't quite meet up there. So don't be afraid to sort of like bring this out and just merge it somewhere else. You know, just because we put this bit out here doesn't mean that that has to be where it ends up. That's just a rough edge. Now we've got the more smoother edge, and the rough edge becomes a smoother transition. But that looks like a clean line to me. So I want to break that up just a little bit more, and I think I want to do it by just bringing this out a little bit more in a couple of areas. Maybe we just bring that back a bit, bring this one back too, and really by not moving that too much, we've broken up that straight line. That looks better to me. That's kind of what I like, and now we've got to move on to this next one. And again, I want to just sort of blend this here. I'm not going to worry too much about that being a diagonal line there, that's fine. And again, I'm going to just bring it up to this point here, and I'm going to use my fences to sort of just edge out where we're going to do, to put some boundaries into where we're going to do, so I know what I'm doing out here, and I don't end up going off too far, because, you know, we do need to do all of this area here. But, you know, do I want to do this area right now? I'm not 100% certain. I'm pretty sure that it would be easy enough to do, and it's a simple terrain to sort of follow. But right now I want to keep my boundaries in, or you could just, you know, use a straight line. You know, I was using lines, breaking this up. Just break it down into smaller parts and you'll do it. So I'm going to get this merged with this hill, and I want to bring it probably back to about here, I'm thinking. Possibly about here, you know. So yeah, let me get some more work done, and I'll be back with you. Welcome on back, folks, and we've got them in place now. I've been working for pretty much the past half an hour to 45 minutes purely on smoothing this out. It took a lot longer than I anticipated, but I definitely like the feel when we come out here now. It definitely feels much better and much cleaner and looks a lot nicer. We've actually got a proper place coming out the back here, and I can't wait to get this in place. I know we're not working pretty much on the city. We're not exactly working on the city, if you will. And I got an osmium sword there. Okay, so we're not exactly working on the city yet. We're kind of working on the outskirts, but this is part of it for me, you know. Because when we go to see Jace, when we go to wander other kingdoms, we're going to be using this road, and I'd like to still feel immersed when we do that. And sort of bring this over here. We could even bring the wall across here and expand our kingdom over here. And that is definitely something that I am considering doing. Sort of bringing the wall along here and having another district here, and maybe another gatehouse like we've got that one over there. Maybe another one of those here would be nice, you know. But I've not decided on that just yet. You know, this is going to be wheat fields. It'd be nice to have sort of like path through the wheat fields and have some sort of, you know, wall around this side of it so it's not open, but also have these mountains here. And I want to actually talk about these mountains because I've been thinking about these mountains a lot while I've been doing this. And the idea that I originally had was to have huge peaks mountains. And I've never built mountains in Minecraft before. I've watched a couple of videos on it. I've watched Whip do it, and I've watched Pixelriffs build mountains. But I've never actually built them myself. I thought I actually had it on top of here. Never actually built them myself. So I don't think I'm going to go with huge peaked mountains. I think what we're going to have is just some smaller minor mountains. Just sort of coming up here and sort of just going through a mountain pass. And we'll have like a pass of dirt going through it and over to the next place. You know, it might be nice if we just fly out this way if it's going to render in. You know, there might be a place worth building up a kingdom over here at some point in the near future. You know, or maybe down here is certainly a really nice place. Like there's this one encaved by these mountains. This is really kind of nice down here. You know, and there's that like, that's a really cool cave there. From this angle, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, there's always the idea that we could put something over there. You know, in the far future, right now I'm sticking on this city, but you know, I've never built mountains. Building high peaked mountains, yeah, it's going to be easier in modern Minecraft, and definitely modern Minecraft is something that I wanted to do it in first before I started doing it in vanilla, so I could really get a proper feel for it. But that being said, if I build these high peak mountains, it's going to take so much time. I'm going to immerse so much time into doing it. And it could go horribly wrong. It could go terribly wrong. And I don't want to do that. I want to sort of build these up in sort of like a peek, and I'm probably going to get my wife's account on here at some point and have a sort of look here when Enderman's got out. So to get my wife's account on here and look at these so I can build them up how I want them to look. And I do want to level most of this, so I've got a blank canvas like we did with the city. So we've got kind of like a blank canvas to work with over there. I think that's definitely something that I want to do. And I really do want to get these mountains looking cool, so that when we come out here, what we see is what we've got pretty much, you know. We come out here, we'll see those mountains over on this side. But before I do that, I want to link this up over here, and I'm beginning to think that maybe we don't connect this river up. Maybe this river just starts here, you know, and goes through here. It comes to an end here. You know, I don't know if I want to connect it up to this river yet, or if I want to sort of bring that around, because we've got to decide, like, where are these mountains going to go? Are these mountains going to loop around here? You know, and if so, how is that going to work out, you know? I've still got this sort of part of the terrain to meet up with this. We've done this side here, but I've definitely got this side to do here. And that's going to be, again, another very time immersive, very much, it's going to take a lot of time. Jeez, I can't seem to think of that word. My brain's blocked. Keep going for that. Time. It's going to take a lot of time is what I'm trying to say, and I can't find the right word. It's like on the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming out. But yeah, so we need to do, obviously, this bit here. I need to find out how this is going to blend in, so that I can sort of find out where the bottom of the mountain is going to be over here. Do I want to take this out? I probably will take this bit out here, just sort of like level it off. But before I do that, before I even start to work on the mountains, I want to get this part done here, and probably up to this tower done in terms of this over here, in terms of how this is going to look over here, you know. Bring this up. I do know that we're planning to put a lumberjack's yard over here, and I want to build a lumberjack's yard with a wooden wall around it attached to this main wall. So I think that's probably going to be our next big project, and that's going to take place on this portion of land right here. We're also going to have a pathway going through the lumber yard. I've got that like a spike. We're going to have a pathway going through the lumber yard, which is going to lead us over into this direction over here, which is where my wife's kingdom is. And that's sort of like how we're going to be able to get to and from there. We might also have a little gate here. It might be nice to have a gate over here. Another pathway there as well. But I want to have like a big lumber yard. And, you know, I was planning to have the city done within 100 episodes. But I'm beginning to think that, you know, this took 25 episodes and it's not done. You know, each district, if we put that down to 25 episodes, and now we're doing mountains, we're doing that here, it's probably going to take me quite a few more episodes to do. But that's okay, that's okay. I've not got a problem with that. Can I actually sleep on here? Yes, I can. And I'm looking forward to getting this looking as nice as I want it to look. But I definitely want to have the majority of that lumberyard done before episode 50. I'd really like episode 50 to have this in its tour. And that's definitely something that we're going to start work on. But there's a lot of clearing to do here. And again, it's probably going to be another episode of just clearing like I've done over here. Of sort of working the terrain out over here. You know, and then sort of joining it up, and then how do we link it up to the wall? You know, how much of the land am I going to bring over here? You know, it might be nice to bring this might bring this over here so it connects up to about here. But I think that the first port of business on that would be to just sort of like level most of these trees so I can see the true landscape of what we're dealing with. And so I can get a rough idea of how I want this to sort of look. And then again, maybe I work on bringing this wall around here so I know exactly, you know, how I want this to look. You know, we've still got this river to bring over there as well, which we'll do. But these are all the ideas that's going through my head, and I think our jetpack has fully depleted. I was expecting that. I tried to charge it up, but wasn't able to. But that's alright, we've got the angel ring, if you're wondering. We do have an angel ring that I use for backup. I use the angel ring because it's a lot slower than the jetpack. And so like when you're zooming around, you don't really get the feel of it, whereas when we're with the jetpack, we do get a proper feel for how this place looks. But I think I'm going to kind of mix up the next few episodes. We definitely need to do this. I definitely want to redo this skeleton house because skeletons keep spawning on the outside of this. So this will probably be the next sort of project that we work on. You know, we've got to do quite a bit of work to this. I'm going to tear the whole thing down and rebuild it from scratch. And I'm not looking forward to that one bit, but it's got to be done. So maybe that'll be the next episode that we work on, sort of detailing this building out. Speaking of which, I do need to go over to the store and put in, if we look in this ender patch, you can see we get some things sort of shaping up. We've got an osmium sword there, so we could deal with that right while we're here. I don't know where that osmium sword came from or how common they are going to be, but it definitely could be put into the system for future reference. If we go over here, we should be able to go down here and do that. Over here, we got swords are this one here. So if we just go to insert here and we just say, you know what, on occasion we'll get osmium swords, so we'll do that, and then that'll put osmium swords in there. We should have done a completely, now I'm thinking about it, we should probably do a completely fixed one and just for OCD purposes, but I'll do that off camera. Right now I'm going to go and pop this osmium sword. Actually, it should be in there. It should have gone into that system, shouldn't it? Oh jeez. Anyway, let's get over here. Oh, I did add these signs to the outside of the shop, and I didn't do anything else on the inside yet. I do definitely want to put some carpet down here, but I don't have that much left over. I used most of it in the armory, and we don't have a source of wool, and there's one of the other resources, I think it's a black dye. It's a bit of a pain to get. So yeah, let's actually just look in here, grab this, and we can pop this. We'll pop this dimlet up here. And I don't know how the zombie head got through. It should just go in there. So there we go. So we can take these dimlets out now, and we can pop these dimlets in here. I also decided to show my wife the Yeo Gamlets. Is it Yeo Gamlets? I haven't got one on me. The mod where those Vitas come from. I was showing her the statues. She really likes them. She might purchase some off me. We might start selling them. I made an Enderman out of gold, which I kind of like. You know, where were we? That's the mob drop farm. What's it doing? Oh yes, it's taking these Vitas out here. But yeah, so there's kind of plans for the future of this series. This is kind of where we're going. I'm going to finish the episode over here, I think. Actually, I need a screenshot. But you kind of got the idea of what we're going for. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this hill yet, or indeed this bit here. I need to have a think about this. You know, I do want to have the views from our city. I do want around the city to look really nice and pretty. And I'm also thinking about starting another modern survival series, but in a newer version of Minecraft, and that one will just be single player. I think that might be fun, because this is sort of like we're building a medieval city, you know, we've got plans. It might be fun to have another modern series, but I have a new rule on my channel, a new rule that I'm sticking by, and that is I don't start a new series until I hit episode 25 in a series. So we started with this Minecraft modern series, we hit episode 25, I started a single player vanilla world. When we hit episode 25 in the vanilla world, we'll start a new modded series as well. This one won't go anywhere, but sometimes when you work in an area, like I'm working in this, and this morning when I got up I was like, what do I want to do? You know, and I was a little bit stumped, and I was like, well, I've been working in this district, and I felt burnt out in this district, and I didn't, you know, I knew I had to do the skeleton house, I knew I had to do the spider house, I know I have to, sorry, this blaze house, I know I have to revamp some of these houses here, I know I have to do the wall, but I just didn't feel any of it. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take a break from this, I'm going to do something out here, and now I feel really inspired. You know, I really want to do the skeleton house, and now I've got so many ideas popping for this, you know, and it all came from doing this. And sometimes having breaks in series, they just allow me to recharge and not get so burnt out, you know. And yeah, anyway, I'm rambling on way too long, guys. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel. I really do appreciate it. So please do leave that like and click subscribe if you want to see more from me. Guys, I'm Casey. I want to thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.